Welcome to this amazing new live streaming experience. That was a super silly and stupid intro, but hey, what's up guys, Alex here. Thank you for checking this video and welcome to this beautiful new live streaming where we're not gonna code, hopefully, or probably, I don't know, probably we're gonna code, we'll see. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna design the new developers page of Elementary OS. So a lot of users are already connecting here, which is fantastic. So let me do something super cool. Let me show my beautiful face. Hey, how you guys doing? This has been a fantastic week. I've been back to work, so busy. I've been doing a lot of things, especially like setting up all the stuff for the new year, and now we're here. I try to publish one video per day for the past week. I just failed one day, so I published like 5 videos in 6 days. Yes, I guess so. And I passed 40,000 subscribers. Right now I'm at 40,000 and almost 100, which is mind-blowing. 40,100 again, like that was amazing. Then I uploaded more than 300 videos. Like the past week was like pretty fantastic, pretty terrible. Awesome. Already a lot of users here. Hello, Nobir. Welcome to your first live streaming. Hello, Sir Daniel. Thanks for joining. Mr. Richard, hey, it's good to see you again. Mr. Richard says like happy 2018. Happy 2018. Chan, please create an icon app. Yonic app or Yonic app. Yes, we could do that. I could add a series about Yonic. It's pretty easy. Oh, so many people already. Oh my god. Hello guys. So what we're gonna do today, let me switch something here to this beautiful screen. So what happened is that I did an interview with Daniel Foray. I don't know if you guys saw the interview on the Nerd Continuity. And if you're very welcome. Okay, what I'm gonna do, sorry, if I keep like watching at the chat, I will never do anything. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ignore the chat for all the continuation of the live streaming, and then after a while I'm gonna just like switch to the live chat. I'm gonna answer all your questions, I'm gonna read all the messages, so no worries. So first thing, I did the interview with Daniel Foray on the Nerd Continuity. It was a fantastic interview. It was a great guy. And then chatting, like continuing chatting after the interview, I wanted to, boom, done. Okay. After the interview, I continued chatting with Daniel, and I was talking with him, and I told him like, oh, Elementary OS is fantastic. I have so much fun in using it. It's an amazing operating system, and thanks to him, I was able to create a sequeler, and now I'm creating Akira. So it's basically like helping a lot the community to merge, like to help developers that they want to build something for Linux, but they never actually had the opportunity to build something for Linux to actually do it. So it's creating this amazing bridge for developers to join the community. And I also told him like, if like I'm a developer, I'm a designer, blah blah blah, if you need any help on my free time, I can try to help you, because it's an amazing project and I like to contribute to open source projects. So these Daniel the next day said, hey, because we never had a designer, a proper design sprint or something for the developer page, why don't you take a look at the developer page and you tell me what you think and how we can improve it? And this is the current status of the developer page. I don't know if you guys ever entered this section, but it's a pretty straightforward section. Daniel said that they never actually did proper design, but for what I can see, even if they didn't do any design, it's pretty darn good. Like the things that they were able to achieve, it's pretty amazing. Like are pretty amazing considering that they never designed or never did proper design. So the overall objective, the overall scope or of the developer page is to onboard developers. It's just to show them that Elementary OS is a feature-complete platform. You can join and log in with GitHub. You have full access to the documentation, design, and code references. And then it shows you like, hey, you can actually make money via Stripe, which is super safe. All your user can join and create and then pay whatever they want. They also can just like buy it for free, but you can put a specific price, and users can support you by actually buying your app. It just like a lot of like the usual advertising thing. Like, I don't know if you ever noticed this type of rhythm in every page. Is really similar. You have like a big header in the top, and then you have like 3 columns, and then you have left to right content, right to left content, left to right content. It's just like left and right, left to right. It's pretty like a standard type of highlighting the main features, and it kind of works as a good rhythm. But I felt like that some of these sections were like a little like needed a little bit more of refinement to be more obvious for the user, and like removing a little like extra wording and extra just like too much copy, and trying to show some process and some really specific key points of the developer section and the app center via images, via like a better, cleaner design. And then at the bottom, at the end, he wanted to highlight all the main features, or like the main APIs and the main like libraries that you can use in Elementary OS in order to build your apps. And then a highlight of Vala. So I felt like all these sections were kind of disconnected between each other, and it wasn't really like a proper history, a proper flow for the users to follow. This is a great page. I used it many times while I was learning Vala, while I was learning how to publish an app to Elementary OS, but so it's already at a good point, but can be improved. So I worked with Daniel, and we did a couple of rounds of wireframes, and then I created high fidelity wireframes. Then now I'm gonna show it to you. Let me answer a couple of questions. When did you first start using Elementary OS? 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I guess. Yes, I bought the System 76 laptop, and then I started using Elementary OS pretty much immediately, because I wanted to code my own app, my custom app that was secular. No Beer said it's 1 and 5 a.m. and 1 in the morning. So yeah, thanks for checking. Thanks for participating. It's so late. I'm so sorry. Like, do you have school tomorrow? Do you have to go to work? Please just go to sleep. I'm gonna upload this video later, so if you're tired and you need to go to sleep, go to sleep. I'm sorry. Okay, let's continue. So these are the wireframes. Let me remove the UI. Okay, great. There you go. Can you guys see it? Yes, I can see it. So the overall idea is to have like project this page into the future, into 2018, make it like more engaging and really like mind-blowing, and say, oh my god, this like App Center, it's really dope, it's really great. So we did a lot of research, and we highlighted, like, we took as a reference like the kind of like successful websites that really like it, and that's what I came up with. First, a way, like, let's try to avoid something that I personally don't really like, just like a gigantic header with centerline text and not using the rest of the page or the rest of the space of the header. So the header can be really engaging with a really bold, big title that says publish in the App Center. The overall purpose of having this page is to involve the users into login with GitHub and just like onboarding developers inside the platform. So a really big, bold GitHub button with the logo in it, it's way more engaging and way more attractive than a small one with a small logo, right? So this is, I don't know, I feel it's cool. To the right, this is just a placeholder that I found like doing a Google research, but the idea to the right, and if we have time, we're gonna design it, I'm gonna do some sketch, is create this isometric view. The alignment of the navbar. Yes, I guess so. This is something that we're gonna do in design. Sorry, Simple Designer says that the alignment of the navbar caught his eye and it should be aligned. Yes, absolutely. That's why we need to do design here. This is just like a high fidelity mockup that doesn't really respect the grid too much, because I went like all over the place, and I need to refine this. So We need to refine the spacing, we need to refine the grid, we need to respect all the spaces, we need to tidy everything up. So we're gonna definitely work on it, absolutely. You want to yeah, Jacques says soon I won't need to use a Mac for design. I know, I can't wait to finish Akira in order to not use Mac anymore and do this live streaming design on Elementary OS using Akira. It would be amazing. But let me continue. The idea here to this part is to create this isometric type of image showing sort of like the lifespan of an app. So maybe something cool that you have a package that enters the app center and some like workers are like hammering and smashing with tools, and then the finalized app gets spit out, and then I could probably grab some apps icons from the app center and put them there as like built packages, like lifted as a storage unit or stuff like that. But I want to have like a three-dimensional representation of the publishing process, just because it's cool. And if we have time, we could potentially animate it. Here, the usual 3 columns at the bottom to like understand get started, design, and reference. So if you notice, I changed something here. It's pretty similar what we have here, but the thing is that, do you see the consistency between these icons? Like, these are all icons coming from the Font Awesome icon library. The problem is that they're not really consistent. Like the book is inclined, I guess it's 30 degrees. The pencil is inclined at 45 degrees, and then we have the reference with the code stuff that it's super thin. Instead, the pencil is filled and the book is filled as well. So they feel like 3 different icons from 3 different libraries. They don't feel all the same icons, and this is normal. This happens all the time whenever you're using an icon system or whenever you're using some icons for your website. So there's a trick for this, is just to, of course, find better icons, but the trick is just to put icons inside a circle. So it doesn't matter if the icon is filled or is like a thin line or is like has a different occupies a different space, has a different like resolution or a different ratio. If you put it inside a circle and you color that circle all with the same color and you put the icon completely white, you're gonna improve a lot the consistency of those icons because will look all the same. That's one of the better solution, like best solution I've ever had. Then for the titles, I decided to use like a thinner line and then a little bit of just description and put everything in boxes just to not have these columns floating around. It's like an empty space. Yes, Lauren says, hadn't noticed the degrees lens. That's a good eye. Thank you. I designed a lot, so I noticed this thing, like it feels kind of out of balance, and as soon as you notice that, it's like, oh, this looks weird and stuff like that. But of course, then yes, I created these boxes with a little drop shadow to give depth to the page, and just like wrap the content better. It's more readable instead of like everything on a blank, just a blank row. Then let's continue. The introduction to the App Center. Be first, be visible. I changed a little bit of the wording to be more direct because Elementary OS people are super cool, so we want to be cool, we want to show that everyone's cool. Having a screenshot of the Elementary OS and be first, be visible, and a little bit of introduction to the Elementary OS, and also repurposing the logo of the Elementary OS that right here is just at the top here and is not used anymore throughout the page, but I don't think it's necessary to have it at the top, but it's more necessary to have it like related to the image of the App Center, so you know that that logo relates to the App Center. It's kind of like a preference, and it works better having the header without a gigantic logo. It's kind of like, oh, it's kind of weird. Instead here matches perfectly. That is, this is the App Center. It feels better. And also I completely removed the left and right type of like showing content, because having a content like left and right image, left image and right content, left content, right image, basically puts all these descriptions at the same level of importance. All these descriptions are like, okay, they have the same weight, they have the same importance, and you want to show this information at the same level, but they're actually not, because this App Center section is an introduction that is kind of like disconnected from the actual tools that you need to use in order to hook it to the App Center. So I split that section in. The first introduction is the App Center. After we get the App Center out of the way, okay, you can publish your apps here. Then, to publish your apps, you have to do mostly two things other than coding your app. You can connect it to the Stripe, and then you can hook it to GitHub. And here, I spent a little bit of time to create this visual representation of how the Stripe system works and how the earnings are split between you, 70%, and Elementary OS, the 30%, with a minimum fee of 50 cents. So if there's a $1 transaction, it's 50-50 because Elementary gets at minimum just 50 cents. And then the GitHub, where the GitHub process is like, I wanted to create this nice, cute little workflow that you do a Git push, you activate the App Center dashboard for the review, and then gets published to the actual App Center. And then same thing for the icons. I wanted to use not thick filled icons, but all line icons, really customly designed. And these icons, I customly made those. This is not font icons. So this is not like stuff like Font Awesome or other icon. Like I made those, so I'm gonna export them. I'm gonna create Icomoon, a unique type of icon. So it looks way cleaner. Looks way more engaging. Okay, after this section, now that you're on board because you know what's the App Center, you know that you can connect it to Stripe and make money, and you just need a GitHub account to hook it up. Let's take a look at the technology. So we need to write our application in Vala. The Vala is a modern, fast, open source language. And also here, same trick. We wanted to highlight three different aspects, or like the major aspects of Vala, just like to have a highlight of the main things that you can do with the programming language. And also here we wanted to use icons, but the icons, they feel all kind of disconnected with different inclination and different resolution, or like different space. So let's wrap everything around circles and maintain consistency. And then here, a little trick that pretty much every developer's guideline use is that having some code examples that you can actually scroll and you can actually interact with, or like copy paste in your project, and then having this tab thing that you can, oh, you want to see an example of a full application, there you go. You want to see how to hook the CSS style to your app, just click on the regular CSS and it's gonna, like, the code example is gonna change. So you're gonna have like a specific IDE, like a standalone IDE there, like a standalone code snippet that you can copy and interact with. And here we can list all the cool stuff, like cool example that you can see. And this is really good. Having, when you create a developer's page, it's really important to put some code examples to show something standalone, that it's gonna show the developer that never worked with this stuff that, hey, this is a really easy scripting language. It's really easy, programming language. It's not convoluted, it's not complicated. You can see that it's really eloquent and you should be able to understand it with like few hours of like following the documentation. Here, a really big button to the documentation that Valadoc has its own logo. So using the logo for the button creates consistency when you switch to the Valadoc page. There's a question, Brian, is this an actual project that will get implemented or just for fun? It's an actual project. This is the developers page of Elementary OS. They asked me to actually do some design, and after I finish the design, the developers, they're gonna code the website and it's gonna be released. So this is an actual project, this is real. And I'm not sure if Daniel is watching this live streaming, but Daniel is the client. So if I do something wrong, he's gonna tell me and I have to change everything. So not sure I'm gonna do something correct. Oh, let me remove this extra button that shouldn't be here. Okay, and the final section is the full list of options. So it's the full list, or like the highlight of the list of APIs and sections and features that the SDK of Elementary OS comes with. So you have Contractor, Granite, GDA, and SOUP. So yes, Brian, you got noticed. Yeah. Yeah, Brian Coolidge said that, oh my God, I got noticed. Yes, that's one of the particular things that I do with all my audience. I try to answer everyone. I try to give a shout out to everyone, because if you guys are here, you guys are awesome. So you deserve to be highlighted to this. Subadeep said, yep. Okay, the last section, and a dive deep into our APIs if you want to learn more, because the original idea was to list everything in this section, but then this is already a really long page. We don't want to put some really important information just at the end, and all the developers, they need to scroll down at the end and in order to see this information. Having a dedicated page here, learn more, just for the APIs, will give the ability to the developers after they don't need to look at this stuff anymore, because they're already inside the App Center, they're already signed up. They don't need to have this full, hey, this is how it works, I already know how it works. They can just bookmark that specific section, this specific page, to check the full list of APIs and just use that while they're developing. So it's better for the traffic, it's better for heat mapping, it's better for A/B testing, it's better for everything. And then the final footer section, call to action. That this is a new thing. I don't know if Daniel wants me to share this, but this is a new section that basically, of course, repurposing. Okay, hey, do you want to download Elementary? Yes, get the current release and pay what you want as usual, or you can download the beta version of Juno that is completely free, or the next beta they're gonna release. Or if you want to live on the edge, if you're a crazy person that wants just the most updated things forever, you can sign up with a $10 per year. $10 per year is like 75 cents per month. It's just like nothing. It's like really cheap. You can get daily builds. So every day you're gonna get the new updates, new releases, new features, updated images, updated apps. There are currently in beta, so are not released, not even in the beta. Oops, sorry, in the next version, but daily builds on pre-release, so you can test everything and be always on the edge, be always on top, and see all the cool things that Elementary is doing before anyone else. So this is the full explanation of the wireframes. What we have to do now, we have to convert these into design. So we have to refine the spacing. We need to apply some colors because it's just gray. Even if it looks good, it's just gray. We need to apply some colors. And then we need to experiment a little bit because we want to push the design a little bit more and improve the things that we have right now. But before, let me read a bunch of comments. 1994, Pavel said, how much I love Elementary as UIX, or like UI and UX design. Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Daniel is watching, but not the right one. Okay, Daniel Stopka says Daniel is watching, but not the right one. That's another Daniel. So many Daniels in this world. Also, Sir Daniel is here. So 2 Daniels are watching, but not the right one as well. Asim has, hi Alex, how are you? I'm great, thanks. How are you, man? Marvel says, what did I miss? Sorry, you missed a bunch of explanation of the wireframes, but we're gonna start doing some design right now. No Beer is falling asleep because it's late in his time zone. So, okay, let's start designing something. First of all, let's apply some colors. So the thing that I want to do is here. I want to just grab inspect and see if this is an actual gradient. Hero dark, yeah, it's a gradient. So we have these 2 colors here, which is fantastic, and we can use this gradient here to repurpose it a little bit. It's a little bit it's a little bit too dark, but we're gonna see how it looks. I don't know if I actually like this stuff, but yeah, we're gonna see how it looks. I'm saving like the color correction here. So let me grab the first color and just like push it here. Fill, let's use a gradient, and the first color of the gradient is this one. Ooh, fancy. And the second color of the gradient is these other hash keys. So boom, boom, boom. Then second color, bam. Okay, yeah, so dark. Okay, let's hide this. Actually, if I remove, there's the color and the opacity, and then normal. Look at that. This is colored. Let me see if I can put it in overlay just to have, no, this looks awful. Can I merge it in some way just to remove the, no, I think I have to remove it because it's gonna be really distracting. Yeah, it's distracting, this thing. Okay, so let's do something. Let's put it normal and then let's hide this section here because I don't want it. But before hiding this section, let me create a rectangle that is gonna basically fill up the same exact space, but without having the image. So I'm gonna put just this rectangle to a little bit of opacity. So I know that that section is filled, but not having the full image is not gonna distract me too much. It's not gonna affect my decisions on colors and stuff like that. So here, it's all super white and it's gonna be way more readable. And also here, it's super white. And this logo, we need to color adjust, and the brightness, it's completely white. So here also, we're gonna have the social links, and there you go. So I'm not respecting the grid because they're not using a default grid system, but let's try to align properly all the things that we have here. So as a suggestion in general, if you don't know what the grid system of the client is, or like if it's using a framework or stuff like that, always deal with round numbers. So right now you can see, I don't know if you can see it from the design or like from the screen. Let me zoom it a little bit. I have this spacing here that is 63 pixels, and from the top is 169. These numbers are really nuts. Like, you should never release a design with this type of numbers. Always have something around the like 170 and then 60 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 60 pixels. Okay, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 60 pixel, and then 20 pixel spacing from top to bottom, and 1, 2, 3, 60 pixel, and then 60. That's all super consistent and super great. So now we can adapt this thing a little bit. Whoopsie. And have it at 60 pixels as well, so it's more aligned, and 20 pixels from the top. Okay, someone was calling me and I didn't answer, sorry. I'm doing some live streaming, guys. I cannot answer the phone. And also here, let's give it this 60 pixels, so we're gonna have everything aligned properly, 60, 60, 60, and also the image, we should have this as 60, perfect. Okay, so a couple of questions. Why are they... Okay, Simple Design said, I love this wireframe. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. It's you're an amazing designer, so I'm happy you like what I'm doing. Don asks, why are they not letting you do the development? Do you know what language CMS they'll be using? I don't know the CMS they're using, but I wouldn't want to do the development because I have zero time to do the development. Sorry. If I start doing the development with this, I won't be able to do anything else. Like, I have so many things, so it's already, I'm super busy. Going to be a new series after design the front end. They're asking if I'm gonna convert this to WordPress. No, I'm not gonna take care of the development, sorry guys. Will you please share your thoughts about Twig template engine? Should we use it in WordPress? Sharif asks about Twig. I used Twig in the past. I think it's really horrible, especially for WordPress, because WordPress uses already, PHP has its own template engine. It's almost a template engine. If you need to use Twig inside WordPress, you're gonna have a duplication of files. So every time you have one file, you're gonna have double files. It's just really terrible. I don't know if Twig evolved a little bit, but I personally don't like it. This will be nice to see in Akira, wishful thinking. Oh, this design, yes, I would love to do it in Akira. It's gonna happen, sooner or later it's gonna happen, but no worries. Okay, so now the button that they have right now on the page is like this really bold blue that is, I guess it's the elementary blue button. Not sure if I like it, I'm not sure if I am into it, but let's try to repurpose it. and let's see what they're using. Okay, background color, bottom, these two colors here. And then they have a text shadow. Yeah, the usual deal. So they're also using text shadows, and they're using box shadows and stuff to create like depth. Not sure I'm gonna suggest you do that. We'll see like how the design interacts and how the design deals with it. But yes, let's type this here. Oh, this is white. No, I want it black because I want to see what color is this. Okay, first color is this blue-ish thingy. So gradient, boom, bam, boom. Blue, and then this should be the darker version for the bottom. Okay, pam, 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 pam. Okay, does it look weird? Looks super weird, right? Looks super weird. So let me do like, let me give 2 pixels of corner radius. And here, let's try to repurpose the things that they were doing before. So the shadow, let's give it blur 5. Actually, I don't like the shadow in this way. I like more shrinked shadow at the bottom. So let me create first an inner shadow that is gonna be white. And then we wanna decrease the blur to have a more thick stuff like this. This is just 1, and then we can try to this. We can create another rectangle at the bottom here, shrinked, but not inside the mask, outside. Let's put it completely black, and then let's give it a Gaussian blur. And the Gaussian blur, 10 pixels. Yeah, let's say 10 pixels. Let's shrink it a little bit. Let's shrink it here. And let's put it at the same space. Here, and then let's shrink it from the center to be 225. Let's decrease a little bit the drop shadow, and then let's decrease the opacity. Okay, drop shadow, whoops. Okay, and opacity to 30%, and then 1, 2 here, and then increase a little bit here. Okay. Wow, what do you think? It's kind of better, right? There's a little bit of depth. Maybe we can play with this drop shadow, like the block shadow when you go and roll over increases, so it creates a little bit more depth. But now having it at this like 30, maybe 25% could be nice. Okay, login with GitHub here. I'm not sure about the gradient here because I really like this, actually the middle of this thing, but let's leave it like that for now. I'm not sure about even, do we want to create a little bit of text shadows and give it like 2 sections, 1, 2, 3, and the text shadow opacity instead of 50% should be around 30% here. I have this value behind, like behind the microphone, so I have to go to the side to actually see the value that I'm using. This is like so silly, but hey, what do you think about this button? It's kind of good, right? It's kind of okay. This one, it represents, it's like similar to the button that we're doing right now. They have another shadow in it, like the box shadow. It's an inset box shadow. I mean, we could potentially do it, but I think it's too much. It gives like too much of like a 3D weird effect. This is like kind of cleaner, kind of good. Okay. Okay, now the thing that I want to do, I want to play, yeah, I like it flat. Like simple designer said, I like it flat. Yeah, I like it flat too. But the first thing that I want to do, especially when I'm doing a design that already exists, I want to kind of like reuse the similar design or similar colors and similar approaches. And then after I have everything that I have the same type of design and same color scheme applied to the new wireframes, I will adapt the new design, or I will adapt the old design and try to experiment with something. But it's always like, I personally feel like it's always not good to start immediately, okay, I'm gonna do my own design from scratch. I'm not gonna follow what already exists. Let's follow what already exists and then let's evolve it from that, because this is gonna be a work of like 2-3 iterations. It's not gonna be just like that. Also because it's a really long pace, so if I jumpstart immediately, I'm gonna do my own design, I'm gonna be so overwhelmed, and I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to like slowly pace myself and just like be careful what I'm doing. So let's continue to get started here. So we have these colors. Let's try to reuse the same color that we have here. That is these kind of like, let me give it a little bit. Can I like this like bright shit, but it's not, it's too bright. Okay, let's give it, let me actually pick a color that they're using here. I feel like it's a little bit too dark. What do you guys think? Isn't a little bit too dark? This 40. I guess it's the official color, and they're using like I have to respect the brand guidelines. I have to respect the color palette that they're currently using. Then if I can try, I can like edit it a little bit and modify it and stuff like that. Couple of questions. Use GitHub's own colors for the button. GitHub has black. The GitHub logo, it's completely dark, so I don't want to use this really like super dark thing. It's gonna be like kind of weird. Let's leave it, as I said, like let's leave it like as they doing right now, and then we can evolve it from there. Does Elementary as a brand have a style guide? Yes. We have into the design section here. We have a sort of like style guide, the color palette. If you scroll down the style guide, it's more related to the actual UI of the operating system and not really to the web style guide. But they have, yes, they have the color palette here, you can see. But these colors don't really reflect what it's inside that page. So I'm gonna definitely use the color palette, but it's more like this color palette is more for the icons than the actual web. So it's kind of weird, but I will try to use it anyway. But first, as I said, I wanna just repurpose the same design and just continue with that. So after I have these things, let's select these icons here and let's pick the same color. Okay. So these already looks weird. So let's give it a little bit of gradient like the body. So I'm gonna save this gradient to my list of gradients and then apply. This gradient has a background instead of having, oh, look at that. Nice stuff. Do we like this? No, we don't. Oh, look at that. Woohoo! Oh my God, I love this. I love this. Sorry, I'm sure like Daniel will hate it, but this is pretty great, right? Let me go a little bit more on the purple side, and then let's desaturate a little bit. This actually, let's go darker a little bit. Oh my God, look at that. This looks so good. Okay, let me save this gradient because I want to apply it also here and there. Let me save this gradient. Boom. Do you guys like it? This is really engaging. It's way more engaging than this section above, but section above we're gonna take care of later. This here, let me give it a kind of like a more engaging color, this type of purple, because we have this style guide here. So if we access back the design and we grab the color palette from here, where is it? Where is it? Yes, the orange grape thing. So if I create a snapshot of this grape stuff, and then I open it on my software, on Sketch, let me access here, desktop, screenshot, boom, open it and paste it here. Okay, perfect. Where is it? Where did I put it? Where did it go? Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Screenshot. No. Damn it. Oh, there you go. Okay. Let me put it outside my artboard so it's gonna be visible. Okay, if I have it here, you see like this matches better the color palette, but this one it's really dumb and it's really like desaturated and dark. It's not really engaging. But the problem is that if I use the same type of gradient, I think it's gonna be like a punch in the face. Do we want to access a website and having like boom slapped in the face like that by this super bright color? I'm not sure, but man, it looks good. Man, it looks really good. But let's leave it. Look the difference. Like this is it's okay. This is like, whoa, this is cool. And then we can adapt this blue because it doesn't match anymore the app center. You know what? Let's leave it like that. I really like it. Let me actually change these and use this color. So this is like a more saturated version, and let's use the color palette here. Boom. Let's replace this with these grapefruit here. Grape 300. Yes, grape 300. Oh yes, this is so good. This is so good, and I like this kind of like inclined gradient. I don't like the regular vertical gradient because even if it's good color, it's like really boring, not engaging, kind of like kind of weird. It's better like this way. Look at that. This is perfect, and this is totally doable in CSS. It's really easy to do it in CSS. So that's perfect. Now this button, it's kind of weird. This button doesn't match anything about it. So, but yeah, let's continue. Let's continue designing this thing that is it's getting really good. Okay, let's leave this button right there for now because it's kind of odd. I mean, I could simply easily convert it into like a black. Oh my god, look at this. This is good. I love it. Do you see like how I get excited when I design something and I like what I'm designing? Like, look at that. This button is looking lit, guys. This button is looking legit. Let me reduce a little bit the gradient here to 30%. Okay. Too cool. This is cool, hey? When you access a page like this, and let me see if like, what is like, when you access a page like this, and imagine you have a sort of like 3D representation of the App Center. This is legit. This is like, oh my god, this is so good. No? Yeah, I love it. Sorry. Okay, let's put back this to not get distracted by that design. Let me read a bunch of comments. Brian said, I was shocked when you changed the color. That's more like it. Yeah, it's so cool, right? It's so like bright and engaging. It's like so good. Sorry. Yeah, I like it. Maybe a bit darker. Yes, it darkened it a little bit. It's always interesting to see how other designers are working and thinking. Thanks for sharing this. You're very welcome, Theo Time, Design Diver. I'm sure you're a way better designer than me. I'm not really a designer. I'm mostly a developer, but I like designing things and I like experimenting with colors and stuff like that. I'm sure like they will reject this design, but it's gonna be, it's an interesting step forward. Okay, let's continue. Let's give a little bit of color to this. So this is a screenshot of the actual App Center and just remove the saturation here. So that's gonna be something like this, but I need to remove these. I don't think I can do it because it's just a gray thing. So I'm gonna, yes, I think I'm gonna do something. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that for now and just like decrease, what can I decrease the opacity or, yeah, I'm gonna just leave it like that. You can see like this dark thing, that's darkish. I'm gonna take another screenshot of the App Center after it, and it's gonna be better. But here, let's remove the desaturation, perfect. And then let's use these first be visible. Let's see if it actually works with the purple color that we were using before. This purple, is it too purple? Too purplish? Too caramel? No? Maybe I could use the purple of the app center. Oh, this is more like it. Yes, I like this. So actually, my nose is itching. Sorry. Let's leave it at that. So now I have a dilemma. Like, this works perfectly with the app center icon, but this works better with this gradient. But these are two different type of purples. What we should do here? I'm not sure. We could try and see if this color actually works. It's really dark. I guess like we should have these things that they have the same type of gradient. Did we save this gradient? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's save this gradient. I'll use the same gradient of the header and let's apply it. Okay, so we have the same exact gradient of the header, and then we could potentially use one of these colors here. This. Or maybe this is too dark. But if we use this as consistent with the guide, oh, actually it works. It actually is not too bad. It's not too bright, so it's easy to read. The color matches the gradient above, and this is not too disconnected. Okay, let's leave it like that for now. Probably I'm gonna desaturate this whole section a little bit, because you start with this like, whoa, this is amazing, and then you scroll down, it's more dumped and desaturated. But I could potentially repurpose to this button maybe. Not sure. So let's do something. Let's click here. Let's duplicate. Let's grab this background. Let's copy the style and paste the style to this button. So we have the same type of button, but then here underneath we want to put this drop shadow. And let's put it here, and let's put it underneath the button. Whoops. This should be underneath the button, so the button should go up, and this color should go here, and this should go down here. So we create a sort of same exact effect, but slightly more saturated because we're on white, otherwise not noticeable enough. Okay, this creates the same type of effect here. Let's copy the same style for the text shadow. We can apply it here, paste here. Okay, this is like kind of like exact same button, but you can see that here on this bright background it looks kind of grayish. Instead here on the white it looks like more purplish. Let's see what happens if I apply this super boom. Ooh, this is too much. This is too much. This is better. Yes, for these buttons I think it's better. Yes, I think so. Let's maintain the consistency of these buttons. I like it. What is happening on the main side here, or actually the developer side? So the button is still like GitHub is blue, C is the same blue of the Elementary OS logo, but then this is the purple of Vala, and it's also the same purple of the header. So we have two different button styles, and I guess I prefer to maintain the buttons consistent with this type of style. So yeah, let's maintain it like that. Let's copy again the style here. Let's paste the style. Does this have, yeah, inner shadow. Let's increase a little bit. So, no, you cannot see it because it's seen on white background, but it's good. It's okay. Okay, this is light. Is light readable enough, or it's better? Oh, this is too much. No, light is better. Light is definitely better. And we should go to 333 because it's slightly darker and it's better readable. Here, what is the color of this? 4A, no, this is too light. We wanna be readable, accessible. So 333 is good, and it's readable, accessible. Okay, let's continue. Monetize with your family and tool. That's perfect. Okay, let's save this color in my color palette here because I'm gonna use it. Perfect. Let's pick this and update the header color. App Center, let's go to 333. Perfect. And then let's desaturate, or like remove the desaturation for the GitHub and the stripe background. Okay, now we have this background color that usually when you create, it's pretty standard in every website, when you create this sort of like section that blocks and stops, it's like a light grayish F5. This is like the really basic and standard approach, but can we do something different? Something rad, look at that. No, I really like the complete white thing, like, or we can lighten up a little bit more. I don't know. Not sure. Let's leave it to F5 for now, but yeah, we could definitely do something like better than this. So let's remove these the desaturation to the app center. Let's give it a hint of color. Let's give it some color here also as well. What is this thing? This is not colored. 333. Boom. Oop. Why is this? Why this disappeared? Oh, opacity 0. Wow, that was weird. Okay, and also here, 333, a little bit darker than this. Perfect. App Center, Git, and Git. We should have maintained the same. Let's use this dark color so it's more in line. It's more readable because it's a really dark thingy. Okay, perfect. Now, let's create a little bit of highlights here because these are pretty good, but I want to give the same highlight of stripe, and these are really good. Oopsie. But I want to give the same. Actually, I don't want to give the highlight of stripe, but I want to give the same highlight of my grape color. My main. Boom. Yes, it's better. It's better. This is like too bright. Okay, and this. Let me update everything about this. Okay, I should merge this, but if I merge it, like I ruin everything, so I don't want to merge it for now, but it's gonna be fine. This, I want to give it the same bright color here, so it's more like it. Okay, there's a little bit of color here and there, but it's still kind of flat, this section. I'm not sure why it's so flat. Probably this drop shadow, we could increase it a little bit, but I don't want to give it too much depth. So, not sure. We'll see. We'll experiment with this. Also, we could potentially have something going on here. We could give it some boom. Oh, interesting. But then I have to convert everything to white. Would that work? Would that work? This is an interesting approach. What do you guys think about this? So having this better setting, we can also potentially remove the things. Let's put it regular, it's more readable, but then let's give it an auto, so it's not gonna go to another line. Interesting. Okay, let's read some comments. Theo times, you can't remake another screenshot with the right background color. Yes, I'm gonna do another screenshot. I don't want to do it right now because I have to open Elementary, do the screenshot, and just like send it over. I don't want to do it right now. It's already 3:52 a.m. here. Can't watch anymore, so very sleepy. Wish could finish it by my eyes are giving up. Anyways, good luck with that. Thank you, Brian. Have a fantastic night. Thanks for sticking around. Alexander asks, what program is that? And Sir Daniel answered, is Sketch. This is Sketch for Mac OS. I'm on Mac OS, so that's it. This is an interesting approach. What do you guys think? Isn't just like too much? Like too a punch in the face? I feel like I'm using too much this dark color, but that's an interesting thing to do, right? That's really... Why is this? Oh, I'm using the flat one. Sorry. I should use this one. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, the dark background is a little bit too much, right? If you use that, I think you should also color the stripe one. Yes, I was thinking that. But I don't know. Is it a bit? Boom, look at that. Or maybe I could use the stripe background color. That stripe thing, it's a bit weird. Let's try having the dark background, and then let's go to white. Let's go to everything has to be white. And let's go to regular so it's more readable. And okay, this is kind of, not sure. 100% not sure. Let me see the flow of the page. Okay, we're starting to see something going on here. We're starting to see some inconsistency in colors and inconsistency in saturation and the rhythm of the page. So yeah, so it creates like, I really like this section, but this is really like, there's nothing different from this section, like the old one. The only thing is that the button, we have kind of like the more consistent style of the button, which I really like on this highlighted, more like prominent and punchy background. But here then we're going back to reusing the button style, which is not really what I like. So I think I need to do some experimentation. Yes, I think we will continue. It's already an hour that we're doing this, so I guess it's almost at the end. But yeah, this is like super standard, or super like pretty normal when you design something, because you have like an original approach and it's like, oh, this is good, I like it, and then you continue and you, I don't know, you kind of like lose the rhythm, lose the stuff. Yeah, so the thing that I like to do when I'm at this point, I like to stand up, take a walk, like I'm gonna grab my dog and gonna take a walk around. I'm gonna clear my mind and go back with a different eye and just gonna take a better screenshot and stuff like that. But man, I really like this. I wanna create something more, more modern, more refreshing, but yeah, this stuff is, I mean, it's so easy. Like, I like this because it's easy to read. It's easily digestible, but it doesn't follow the flow. Like, potentially I should have the same background here. Potentially I should have the same gradient that I'm using for the icons here. But I'm not sure if it's too much. It's just like a punch in the face. Is it a punch in the face? What do you guys think? Yeah? Maybe it's a punch in the face. I don't know. But this gives consistency. But if I use this, then I have to color adjust this and increase the contrast and brightness. So this should be black and this should be, oops, black as well. So these I could potentially maintain and maybe create like a 3D icon or something like similar to this one, or maybe like, yeah, completely almost white and it looks better. Yeah, that's also another approach. This could like create consistency with these repeating type of gradient, which is not bad. And then maybe I could decrease the opacity of this so it's not too much, and I could go to 90%, so it's not just super dark, but it's readable. It's kind of like that. And then I could potentially tap these icons and pick a more bright highlighted color. Oh yes, I kind of like this. I'm liking what is happening here, even if I'm going a little bit off the original things, but we want to try to create something similar, right? Want to try to create something more modern and engaging. Probably this is too bright. Oh, look at that. Why don't we actually do the same and create our own? Does this goes against the Stripe guidelines or GitHub guidelines to actually, you cannot change the color of Stripe and GitHub logo. I don't know, and I'm not sure I care because this looks fantastic. What is this color that I'm using? Is this one? No, it's the brightest. It's the brighter Grape 300. I'm using Grape 300, which is lit and which is legit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let me pick this because it's the color that I want. Ah, man, I kind of like it. I'm not sure Danny's gonna like this, but I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And let's give it, instead of 25%, let's go to 30% because now we are in dark. And let's maybe shrink it. No, let's leave it at that. Yeah, this is correct. And also this, let's go to 30% to have the same type of gradient consistency and the 30% amount. So yes, man, I'm starting to like this. So this is gonna look better because of the new screenshot. The titles, we're using the H1, same consistent colors, but then when we have gradients, when we have icons, and when we have like blocks of colors, we could use the same background. So I'm readapting the consistency of the header, the background of the icon, so I could potentially do the same here. Yes, right? Okay, let's remove the desaturation of Vala. Let's apply this. I said that I wanted to take a walk and interrupt this thing, but I'm getting excited because I think I'm onto something. I'm not 100% sure if I'm onto something wrong, completely off, but I'm onto something. I feel like I'm onto something. Let's remove the opacity here, and why not? Why not use? Is this the selection? This is not too much. This is not enough. This is too much. This is okay. And then we can have the button because it's a clickable item. And we can have the button with the same style here. And we can have copy the style, copy style, and then paste the style here. So we're gonna have also the inner shadow, and then we can give it like a text shadow here, the same text shadow that we're having this. So are we having a text shadow? Oh, I don't have a shadow. I didn't put a shadow. So shadow is 111, and then it's 30% blurry. So let's do it. Let's do it. Actually, let me move a little bit the microphone here because it's right in front of me. Okay, now it's better. Sorry, I keep like bending my head to look what's behind the microphone. So 1, the blur it's 1, and then this is at 30%. Perfect. Okay. And let's do exactly the same for this too. So the shadow it's 1, 1, and this one is at 30%. Ooh, this is starting to look fancy. Let me copy the box or the blurred background shadow, and let's put it here, but it's not. Boom, okay, and let's put it at full width and then shrink it for a couple of pixels. And let's go 1 notch up. Okay, this is too low. And this goes to 30%, I guess. Doesn't look right. This is 30% as well. And it's up and running. Okay, that's perfect. What do you guys think? This is starting to look pretty legit. I guess this I should change it because it's not properly a button, but it's clickable, so it's not just an icon. So probably we could go flat and use just a flat one, or probably we could like duplicate the style of Scratch or Code, because now the name is Code. I'm not sure, but maybe this is better because it's flat. Yes, I think something like that, but Man, this gradient looks fantastic, but it's a bit too much. Do you guys agree? It's a little bit too much. So probably could be a button, but maybe if we go flat, because it's not really a button, but it's clickable, so should be consistent with the button style, but not really a button. So we could just give it a flat base purple color. So should think. Okay, the last thing. Oh my God, I'm doing it. I'm doing it until the end. I'm doing it until the end. No, I'm not. I'm so tired. Okay, let's remove all this stuff here. What am I doing here? This is the logo, future complete SDK. Can we actually color the Elementary OS logo the same thing? Or can we like destroy the brand identity of Elementary OS and having this? Look at this thing. Look how good this looks. Eh? I mean, we could potentially change the color. What did I do here? Change it a little bit. We could potentially change this because this is the developer section. So it's kind of like normal that the logo of the developer section has a different gradient. It's like the Mozilla logo, the Firefox logo. The Firefox for the regular version has its own colors, and then the Firefox of the nightly of the developer preview has different color gradients. The logo is identical, different color gradient. So I don't know. That could work or that could be awful. But what color I'm using here? The same one. Perfect. Okay, let's scroll down. Boom. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and put it here. And there's a link. So let's change the color of this to have the same link color. And this, let's change this to 333, a little bit darker. Okay, and then here again, boom. And let's copy this, copy style. Paste it, boom, bam, paste style. The text shadow, it's 1, 1. I'm going so fast. I'm doing so many mistakes. I'm sure I'm not taking care of all the important things. Okay. And this, you want to go crazy? You want to go crazy? Let's go crazy. Look at that. No, this is too much. This is too much. Come on. It's not good. Okay. This, I'm not sure about this. Like, what are we doing here? Why would do we need the actual line separation, or it could be something, I don't know. Let's do it like that for now. Okay, so original gradient. Boom. Boom. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot, but let's go in here. And then this was a thing that Daniel did here, and I'm desaturating, but this is kind of like grabs the original color. This Daniel sent me this mockup, so let's leave it like that for now. We can probably, it's an image right now, so it's not designed. I should repurpose it. I should update the drop shadow to reflect the same type of drop shadow of the buttons here. Then let's change this color to the dark one, or like the more purplish one. So for that, and then let's change this text to Open Sans because everything should be consistent. This is Open Sans. Okay, perfect. And then these buttons, item, icons, palette. No. Okay. This will change them later. Okay, I'm using Sketch, Miguel. Miguel is asking what software I'm using. I'm using Sketch. Download Elementary OS. And this could be instead of regular, could be light because it's a title. And it's a section title, it's 52. This should be 52. Okay, ooh, auto. Okay, let's do a little bit of refining about spaces. So you can see here this background doesn't really work well. Works better on a white background, but we need like to, I don't know. So Powell asks if I'm still using Affinity. Yes, actually I have it open in here and I have the sketch ready because I wanted to create this sort of like headers thingy, header stuff here, this design. And I think it's more than an hour that we're gonna, are you guys tired? I'm kind of tired, but I feel like I want to continue. So I could actually do the first 2 hours live streaming. But yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. So I'm gonna do something like that later in Affinity Designer. Okay, let's continue here. This gray, it's okay. This Vala, modern, fast, blah blah. It's okay. The logos in GDA and the background. Okay, so let's take a look a little bit of spacing and padding and stuff like that, because we need to maintain a consistency. So as I said, everything should have a fixed length. So from the top, 127. This is silly. This should be 130. And then the beta, oh, actually also the beta should be aligned to the uppercase, and then give 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 5. And then these two should be 130. These should be 20 pixels separation. These should be 60 pixels. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 60 pixels. That's perfect. This is 60, 20, 20. Okay, perfect. Now, 120, 154. No. What's the height of this? 196. No. No, 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 no. This is not good. This should be 630, 1612. 200. Always round up the number. 1, 2, 3. These are 154. No, 160. Perfect. Round up the number. Developers will love you if you round up the number. 125 a difference. No, let's go 110 because it's too much. Okay, perfect. This is 123. It's not aligned to anything, this one. So we should be aligning the text. We should be aligning the icon to, okay, let's align this thing here. How do I show the rulers? You show rulers. Okay, so this thing, oops, these thing should be aligned here. Perfect. And then the icon should be aligned as well here. Perfect. And oopsie, let me grab everything. 1, 2. The icon should be aligned here. This is 63. No, this should be on X. It should be a 0. Okay, perfect. And this should be 60. Perfect, perfect. 10 pixels of difference. And then here, let's go 10 pixels as well. So this is properly aligned to 10 pixel, or actually this should be probably aligned to this column, but I'm not sure. So let's see what we're doing here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this is properly aligned. And then we can, oops. We can change this and put it properly in line here with 60 pixels. That's fantastic. And then we can, we went up a little bit, and this should be 1440. See, like when you do wireframes and when you do these type of things, it's all kind of like random. You don't really respect the spacing, you don't really respect the padding and the distance between elements, but as a designer, it kind of looks okay. Like it looks good for you, it doesn't bother you, and it's not wrong and stuff like that. But as a developer, when you're actually yes, Tudor, this is Sketch. No beer. Yes, this is Sketch. This is Sketch. This is Sketch on macOS. When you're actually developing a page like this, you need to have proper spacing and proper padding. Otherwise, everything is gonna be horrible. It's really hard to develop and stuff like that. So let's realign all this thing together. Up, 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 up. It's realigning up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm kind of tired. Remove guide. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay, we go here. And let's analyze this entire page. Let's do a quick scroll through. Okay, this is engaging. This is really, really engaging. I really like it. I'm not sure about this color button. Actually, I'm not sure about the background, but the background is working properly. And then I'm using consistent, like, see how the mood changes from here. You have this type of like, big impact. And let's remove this. And then if you scroll down, this is a different impact. This is a different type of like more mellow, less punchy, less engaging. I'm not sure. And then here we have the same feeling of the header, which is fantastic. We're maintaining the same type of engagement. I like these colors of the icons. This is good. This is okay. I don't really like the background. It's kind of like, okay. So right now what we are in this situation of like, it's a hybrid. It's almost a design, but it's also almost a wireframe, and it's not really detached and completed and completely disconnected from the old version that is this one, and it's really like dark and mellow, and this one is more engaging and more I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm tired. I think I need to take a break. Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to take a break. Oh, sorry. There are a bunch of questions. So No Beer says, I thought your main purpose was designing a website. Yes. The question is this sketch. Sketch is not if I'm doing a sketch. Sketch is actually the name of the software. The name of the software is called Sketch. So that's the question. Is this a sketch? No, this is not a sketch. This is a design, a full design, but this is a sketch. Paul asked if I can see a repeat of the stream later. Do you leave it, for example, for a day, watch later? Oh yes, the streaming will be automatically published by YouTube after it's ended. So tomorrow you should be able to watch it. Simple Designer says, yes man, you need fresh eyes to see the downfalls and improve the design. Yes, absolutely. And you should take a break and go back later. Tudor asks, how are you going to transition from Sketch to actually coding it and implementing HTML, CSS? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be the developer of this. I don't think so. I don't know if I have time, but if you're curious of what I did or how I do it, just check the Premium Theme Developer Series, where I start from the design, did an affinity designer, and then I developed the entire thing. So Tom Ira says, this is sneak peek preview of Juno. No, it's not. This is just the developers page. I'm redesigning the developers page of the website. It's not a sneak peek of any distribution of Elementary OS. It's a sneak peek of some features here you can have. Like if you want to have $10 per year early access to daily bills, it's going to be fantastic. I need to go for now. Thank you for the live. You're very welcome. Bye, Powell. Have a fantastic day. Okay, so before concluding this live streaming, a couple of plugs if you guys can stick around for a couple of seconds. First, definitely check Elementary, and if you like the design and if you like the live streaming, if you're on Twitter, just tweet. This is gonna be like a funny experiment. Just tweet to Elementary US, or like, yeah, tweet to Elementary US and say, hey, I really love the design of Alex. Please approve the design and stuff like that. Because I'm sure like I'm gonna do a lot of edits and stuff like that. But just like give a shout out to Elementary and share it and retweet it, and just tell them like that you guys appreciate what they're doing and they're great, and download Elementary and buy if you have, like, donate $1 and stuff like that. If you want, in the link in the description of the video, there are a couple of affiliate links that you can click. The first one is for Elementary. I don't know if you ever use Elementary. It's an amazing page builder for WordPress. It's fantastic. It's the best page builder ever, better than the entire competition. I'm like so grateful that someone is actually coding this thing. It's so good. You have like live design, live UI, and there's a lot of widget. You have a free version and a paid version. If you decide to buy Elementor, please use the link in the description of the video and then buy it. So I get a small commission from it because you use the affiliate link. That will be much appreciated. Same thing goes for NordVPN. Have you ever used NordVPN? Do you know what a VPN is? A VPN is a virtual port network. Basically, it masks your IP and redirects your connection from another country. So for example, you're in France and you cannot access a YouTube video that is protected from the United States. You activate the VPN, you bounce it from the United States, and then you can watch the video. So it just helps you a lot. And or if you're doing something that you want to protect your IP addresses for mainly security issues, you can use a VPN that will mask your IP address, not use your real IP address, and be protected while you're browsing online. As well, use the link in the description below the video, and if you decide to buy it, still same, use the link. Right now, I think they have an insane cheap offer that, yes, it's like a 2-year plan, 72% of discount. You pay $3.29 per month instead of, I don't know. It's like basically you pay $79 instead of $286. It's just so cheap and so affordable. Like you should definitely buy it. Use the link in the description. There you go. And as usual, if you want Patreon, you can go to patreon.com//Alecaddd and just pledge whatever you want. And here you have like a bunch of protected content just for Patreons. If you want to support me, go to Patreon. And that's it. Those are all the plugs. Thank you for sticking during all the plugs. Nobody asks, can I ask you a question? Yes, go for it. Ask me a question. I'm going to stay another 10 minutes and then I'm going to stop this live streaming. But yes, what's the question, Nobir? Let me do something here. Let me actually access the live streaming page and see what are we doing. Boom. Do you like anime? Yes, I do. I like anime. As you probably can see from my face, I'm really old. No, I'm 32. Yes, I grew up with Dragon Ball and Naruto, and I don't know if you can see it on the back here. I have like a bunch of like anime stuff and some like action figures and comic books and stuff. Like I'm a huge nerd, so I love all these things. It's absolutely, I love anime. It was a great live stream. Thank you, Simple Designer. I really love your design style. Actually, I really love your videos. So probably if I get stuck with the design, I'm gonna ask you some advice, some questions and stuff like that, because yes. But yeah, good suggestion. Like I need to chill. I need to take a break and come back with fresh eyes. And hopefully I can crack the code of this thing. It's gonna be pretty fantastic, right? Yes. Oh, we have like 28 people are watching. So I think my not goal, my statistics, my record. I couldn't find a word. My record is like 30 people. No, 35. I think 35 people watching during my live streaming, which is great. Like I love it, but it's amazing that so many people are watching all the stupid things that I'm doing, which is pretty fantastic. Let me switch back. Oh, that's my face again. Awesome. And this is the design. Okay. Awesome. So thank you so much, guys, for checking this video. If you want, as usual, all the links for support me, like to support me, or the affiliate links are in the description below the video. If you like this video and if you like the design that it's coming up for the developers page, just send a tweet to Elementary US like, hey, the live streaming of Alecaddd was fantastic. The design is coming up great. Just give a shout out to Elementary US. Just do it. Just do it. It's okay. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for your time, for your support. This is amazing, and I wish you happy designing, happy coding. Just enjoy the rest of your day, and I talk to you tomorrow, or I will give you a notification in your inbox tomorrow, because I'm publishing a new WordPress tutorial tomorrow, so it's gonna be fantastic. Thank you so much, and I talk to you in the next one. Bye. And stop the stream.